Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and thanks for tuning in. Let's learn, build, and shape a better cloud for the future. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Perfect. Let's dive in. So in this video, let's learn how to configure VPC peering connection. So let's assume in your AWS account, you have two VPCs, virtual private clouds, okay? And then you provision resources in those two VPCs, but you want those resources to communicate with each other such that the resources in VPC 1 can communicate with the resources in VPC 2 and vice versa. But you do not want to go via the internet, okay? Because by default, resources within a VPC will always communicate because they belong to this kind of CIDR range, this IPv4 CIDR range. So all the resources here, okay, provided that there is a permissive security rules, groups or knuckles, they will always communicate irrespective of subnets, as well as the resources here. Whether it's in which subnet, as long as it's under this VPC, it will communicate using the default route or the local route, sorry. Yeah. But resources in one VPC cannot communicate with resources in another VPC by default unless we implement a bridge kind of a mechanism that allow them to communicate or that allow inter-VPC communication. So in this video today, let's learn how to configure VPC peering to enable resources in VPC 1 to communicate with the resources in VPC 2. So without any further ado, I'll go to our AWS Management Console and inform you that I have created two VPCs. This is one VPC, another VPC. And each VPC, I have created two subnets, okay? And for each subnet, there is a respective route table, okay? So for example, let's start with the first VPC. If you go to first VPC, under resource map, you will see that it has two subnets in different availability zones, and the route tables are here that are created at two, both public and private. The public one goes to the internet gateway, okay? The same applies to the second VPC. So ensure you create two VPCs, two subnets, and associate with the routing table, okay? The same I've done here, okay? All right. So just for a demo, I have 4 instances, okay? 2 from one VPC, another 2 from another VPC, okay? So you can see here, this one and this one are from one VPC, okay? As well as this one and this one. So this one and this one will always communicate by default because they're from one VPC. As well as this one and this one will always communicate because they're from one VPC. Okay, but if you what if you want this one and this one to communicate, what will we do? Pretty much simple. First, we need to test. I will actually try to access this public instance. I'll try to connect. Okay, I'll use EC2 instance connect and connect. Okay, then I'll go back and connect to this one, which is from another VPC. Okay, so connect and connect. So you can see the IP here is 10.0.2.206, but when you come here, the IP address is 20.0.2.44, meaning they're from different VPCs. So if this one is from VPC 1, can try to ping this one. Ping. I just want to ping which one? Yeah, this one. You see, this one is public, this one is private. So let me just try to ping the private one. I take its public IP, private IP. I come here, I ping, and I try to ping, although it's in different subnet but same VPC. So you see, it's pinging. But what if I try to take one instance from a different from a different VPC? For example, this one, which is the private one. Okay, I copy its IP and come here and try to ping. It should not ping because they're from different VPCs. Okay, all right. And what if I come inside the one with the same VPC and try to ping? It will ping successfully, right? Because they're in the same VPCs. Okay, so and as well, let's now try to ping from this instance which is in VPC2 to an instance in VPC1. So I'll just copy this command here. Okay, and I'll come here and paste there. Okay, see, it's not pinging. Perfect. So let's implement VPC peering. And to implement VPC peering, we need to go into the VPC console here, okay? And click on peering connection here under virtual private cloud, right? Then create a peering connection. I'll just call it VPC peering test. Okay. Then I select the VPC. Here, one VPC should request the other. You know, this is now like forming a mutual agreement between the two VPCs. So one must request the other. So let's just assume this one will request the other one. This is the requester, okay? It's still my account. And who is the acceptor? Should be VPC2, okay? All right. Then I just create. Perfect. So after creating, you can see pending acceptance. Okay, you can accept or reject this pairing connection request using the action main. Okay, and it will expire this date. Okay, so just go to action and accept the request. Okay, perfect. So we have created a pairing connection. We've connected a pairing connection between which two VPCs? Between the two VPCs. Okay, so you see GTEC VPC1 and GTEC VPC2. Okay, and you can see the requester side range is that one, acceptor side range is that one. Okay, the same account. Okay, and the region. Perfect. So do you really think it will communicate just by default? Let's try. And now I'll show you something. See, still no communication. We need to edit the route tables. Okay, so if you come here, you need to edit every route table to forward traffic that matches a particular VPC side range to the peering connection. So you need to go to this routing table and inform it that forward any traffic matching this VPC side range to VPC peering connection. Let's do that very, very fast. So I go to route tables. Remember, I have 4 route tables, all of this. So let me start with the first one and just edit route, okay? And you see, this tells us that that route table is in this VPC, okay? So we want to go to which VPC? We want to go to this one, 10.0.0.16, okay? So just inform it, add route, and inform it that any traffic matching 10.0.0/16, okay, forward that traffic to VPC peering connection. Okay, just scroll down and you'll see a peering connection and choose the peering connection that you just created and save changes. So you need to do that for all the routing tables involved on that diagram. Okay, so I go here also and do the same. Pretty much simple, pretty much simple. So just check that which VPC is this one and what's the destination. So here now my destination is 20.20.20, 20.0.0.0/16. Okay. Okay, then peering connection, just the same. Perfect. So guys, basically We have enabled VPC peering and as well configured the route tables. Perfect. So let's go to each individual instance and test that, right? So let's start with this one. You can see the first time we were trying to ping all request timeout, okay? So you can see the IP address is 20 dot something and it's trying to ping 10 dot something, which is completely different VPC or network. So let's start ping again. Ping. Perfect. So you see, we've been able to achieve inter-VPC connectivity. And if I can also go into other instance, it's already pinging. It resumed. You can see the first time all the pings was unsuccessful, but now after implementing VPC peering, we can ping from 10 or something to 20 or something, right? Thank you so much, guys. I believe this video has really helped you now to configure the VPC peering connection, right? Thank you. Bye bye, and see you again in the next video.